What's going on, guys? It's Marcel Benson, investor and entrepreneur, and welcome to what I like to call a life-saving video. Okay, you're going to want to go back and watch this multiple times. You're going to want to share this with your friends that you know been trading and having a hard time. This is going to be very straight to the point. I'm going to let you know, not from theory, not from some sort of thing that I read or some chat GPT bullshit, but just straight up experience and what I've observed to be true, what I've implemented to recover from massive losses. Okay? Now, if you know anything about me, you guys know that I started a watch company, then I started trading because as I was building the watch company, there's no way that I was going to be able to pay myself what I was making in my corporate job, right? My whole idea of trading was to be able to put some income into my pocket. So that's why I specialize in helping people that work a 9-to-5 get income coming in on a consistent basis, right? Now, but before you can get to that income, you gotta get to profitability. All right? Now, before we jump fully into this video, I need you guys to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments, have you taken a big L in the market? Are you currently down on your P&L? Let me know what's going on. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know how you found out about me. Because I don't think that you landed on this video, by chance. I think this is going to get somebody that's watching this out of a rut. I'm telling you, right? First of all, I like to say it's okay to take a loss. You can just breathe. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now, we don't want to become losers, right? Where our identity is rooted in that, or we've accepted it, but it's okay to take a loss. Now, I'm going to show you how to maintain being a winner and come out of that losing rut, right? That the losing rut that you find yourself in because of not the market, but because of you. I'm going to show you how to get out of that, right? Now, if we're being honest, and if you're watching this, it's just me and you right now, right? If we're being honest, you fucked up. Let's just be real. If we're being honest, it's cool though, right? So when I'm talking to you like this, I'm talking to you because it's like I feel like this is family. I'm talking to you how I would talk to myself had I had me back then, right? I'm giving you some information that's going to prevent you from going further in that direction, right? If you clicked on this video based on the title, it's because you might be having some issues with losing. But I got you, okay? So here's what I would have told myself back then when I was just swinging for the fence and trying to make sure that every single play was a home run. First of all, if you watch baseball, when has every hit been a home run anyway? I was just watching the Phillies in St. Louis the other day, and the score was 2-0. It was way more than two people that went up to bat. What you got to understand is that wealth is built over time. And there's something in us, some lower part of us is overcome by greed and wanting everything now. Now, if we get spiritual, right, the only thing that we do have is the now. But the now is fleeting. So if you're doing the wrong thing in the now, your future suffers. Your future suffers. Let me see if this is you, right? And drop it in the comment if this is you. You're getting a trade. You're like, okay, it's working out. But you haven't identified where you're going to get out if things go against you. You haven't identified where you're going to take profit, but it started going in the direction that you wanted to go. And you're like, let me just see how far this thing goes. And then next thing you know, it reverses a little bit. You're like, all right, I'm going to wait a little bit. And then it goes, further against you. And then next thing you know, you're down a lot more than you anticipated, but you don't even know if it's more than what you anticipated because you never had a stop loss even mentally. Then you find yourself down, and now pride is the only thing keeping you in the trade. And what do they say goes before the fall? Write it in the comments. What do they say goes before the fall? You cannot have pride when you're trading, right? So I'm going to give you a few things that you can make sure you write this down and make sure you see this and read this every single day. These things are going to help you recover, right? I'm going to first start off with the recovery part, and then I'm going to get into, profitability. But they're really kind of one and the same because it's going to be a very similar action. But I want to talk specifically to people who have major losses. I want you to take that P&L and be honest with you. Look at it. What does it say? What you down? 1,000, 5,000, 20,000, more, 500, whatever it is. Write it down. And then I want you to go and see how much money you have in your account. And I want you to divide that by about 10, right? Because we don't want to be spending more than 10%, 20% at the max to try to get that money back. So you take that, the loss amount, the negative amount that you have, and then you divide that number, right? You could take the minus part off it. Just divide that number by, let's say, however long you're looking for recovery, right? So let's say you got $1,000 in your account and you're down, let's say you got $5,000 in your account and you're down $1,000 P&L, right? You're down $1,000. You got $5,000 in your account. You don't want to be using more than like $500, $1,000 max to try to recover this. So what you're going to need is about $100 profit on $1,000, which is 10%, right? So you need to divide that by the $100. Divide the loss by the $100 to calculate how many days it's going to take you to recover, right? Write that down. Take your P&L and then divide it by the amount of profit that you can get off of a 10% risk of your account. We want to be conservative because we're down, right? So if you got, I'm sorry, I said 5,000. So 500 will be 10%. 500 will be 10%, and then if you get 10% on that, it will be 50. So if you're down $500, you would need to take $500 down and then divide it by $50 profit and see how long it takes to get to that. So if you're down 500, it's going to take you 10 days to get to 500, okay? By getting a $50 profit on that $500 that you're risking. And you can scale this down or multiply it out to whatever your account size is. There's no way I can tell like what you guys have, but whatever it is, 10% of your account per trade to recover from your stop loss, and then calculate. I mean, not your stop loss, but your losses, profit and loss. So you calculate whatever that loss is, take that and divide it by the amount that you could profit 10% of 10% of your account. So you want to make 10% on the 10% of your account that you're using for a single trade. I just want to make sure that's clear, okay? So if I have a $5,000 account, I'm risking 500 to make 50. If I'm down 500, I need 10 days of making $50 to break even. Got it? Okay. So you do that. But of course, it's not that simple because you're like, Marcel, all right, yeah, that sounds good in theory, but if I've been losing, how can I be sure that I'm going to win? What I want you to do, and this is very important, find one strategy. You don't have time to mix it up. You don't have time to try and experiment with other things. You take one high probability strategy and you only execute on that when there's confluence for that and when that is actually presenting itself as an opportunity. As a beginner trader, as somebody who is coming off of losses, the simplest strategy that you can use is the 15-minute orb strategy. This is a 15-minute open range breakout strategy. Ignore everything else. We are in recovery mode, right? And I'm going to give you the strategy right here. It's very simple, and then I'll add on to what else you need to do. The 15-minute strategy is literally just setting your trading view or whatever platform you're looking at your chart on to 15 minutes, and then you let a 15-minute candlestick get to its high, and you let it make a low, which are the wicks, by the way, if you should know that. And you want to draw the high and draw the low. You draw the level at the high, draw the level at the low, right? There are so many different ways that you can trade this, but we're going to look for the most simple strategy because we are in recovery mode. The second candle needs to break either above or below that 15-minute, right? If it breaks above the high of that 15-minute, you take a call on the third candle. If it breaks below that level for the low on the 15-minute, then you take a put on the third candle, which is the following candle. Okay, so this strategy takes about 30 minutes to work itself out. If it doesn't happen on the second candle, ignore it. And you also want to be watching at least 2 to 3 stocks for this because it may not appear on every stock, right? Sometimes it doesn't work out, sometimes it doesn't appear, right? When I say it doesn't work out, I'm saying sometimes that it's not going to break out in that second candle. You just leave it alone. We're practicing discipline and we're practicing patience, right? If it's not there, we're not taking it. Off the charts, I also want you to go get something that you've been wanting to get. I know that sounds counterintuitive. I'm down, whatever. Just go buy something that you've been wanting to get. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to put you in some sort of financial situation. But I want you to go get something that you've been wanting to experience or use or get, or that you were thinking about rewarding yourself with for hitting certain milestones. And I want you to put it in front of you when you're trading, but you cannot touch it. You can't use it. You can't experience it until you've gotten yourself out of this hole, right? Until you've gotten yourself out of this hole, you cannot touch it. This is a off the chart way to build that discipline and consistency muscle. Okay, this is going to be very important going forward. Your confidence is something that you got to start building. You know how you build your confidence? By not getting off track. You know what ruined your confidence? It wasn't the loss. It was you not having a plan that you were following consistently. It was you not honoring what you said you would do. It was you going against yourself, right? How can we ever expect the world to listen to us when we don't listen to ourselves? How can we ever expect something to work out for us when we're not doing the things that we know we should be doing? All right? So when you get back on track with listening to yourself, you're going to see that confidence boost. When you see that money starting to recover, you're going to see that confidence boost. Okay? We got to make sure that we're implementing proper risk management. Again, no more than 10%. Sometimes I say 20%, but no more than 10% when we're in recovery mode, right? When you make a gain for the day, you have to make sure that you are not at risk of more than 50% of that gain the next day, because we want to remain in an upward trajectory, right? We do not want to lose time, right? We have seen how, not having a proper stop loss or losing more money than necessary makes us literally lose time, because now we gotta slowly make our way up, because we don't want to continue losing and going further into a deficit. All right, so you want to be conservative. You want to implement the discipline and the patience. I showed you how to do that, right? You want to have that risk management, only using 10%. You want to get your confidence up, following a plan, mastering one plan, and if it's not there, not trading, right? If you break even on a day, meaning you don't take a trade, then you're not adding a bunch of days. It's just break even, right? You're not losing time. You don't have to go back and try to compensate. You just know that you made the right decision. Okay, yeah, it may take a day longer, but you're not losing days. I hope this makes sense for you guys. Again, this is coming from pure experience, right? Recovering $50,000 in losses. Realizing that trying to hit a home run every time is just not realistic. The best athletes in the world do not win all the time, so it's okay. But when it comes playoff time, do you realize that they kick it into gear because they realize that more is at stake? I want you to think of your losses as playoff time, right? You can't lose as much anymore. You got to be focused. So the way that you do that is, like I said, by preparing, having a plan going in and a plan going out, never losing more than what you gained. If you're in a situation where you lose, not diverting from the plan, really locking in and focusing on that plan. And when you get on the other side, you'll be a lot more confident, right? You'll have your money back. Now we can go back to the 20%. Now we can implement risking a little bit more to speed that process up. But guess what? We're still going to stay with the one strategy, right? We're still going to stay with the one strategy. I need you to get some months under your belt with one strategy working before you start trying to put other things in your bag. Months. I'm talking a quarter of the year of something working. You got to get super comfortable with the boring monotony of trading. I've said this in other videos, but I'm telling you, if you're watching this video, it's going to be boring to recover from a loss. It's going to be boring to pull yourself out of some deficit. This is in trading and this is in life. If you find yourself in some sort of position that is unfavorable because of decisions that you've made, it's going to be a long, arduous process of pulling yourself out of there, but you have to begin if you want it to work and if you want to gain what you're supposed to gain from that experience, right? You can swing for the fence and get lucky, but what happens is, say you lose $1,000 and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna swing for the fences again, and then you make that $1,000. You've missed the whole lesson of building yourself up to the person that you need to be a profitable trader. So when you have an opportunity to swing for the fence again, you do, but this time you lose $2,000 or $3,000, and now you're even further back than you were in the very beginning of your losses, right? But that person who took the time to build character and start doing things the right way, started to implement patience, started to master the strategy, started to be very, very consistent with that one trade, started to have the risk management so that they could only be building, even if it was a day where there was no growth, not retreating, right? When you do all of those things, the person that you become is going to be ready to take opportunities that are bigger when they present themselves. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know if this video was helpful. I got plenty more. If you're new, go check them out. It's all love over here. Also, if you're looking for a family to trade with, I said a family, not just a community, because we are there for each other in more ways than just trading. Everybody in the group is all love. Shout out. If you're in it, let these people know that are watching it for the first time how we get down in the Prosperity Collective, okay? If you are looking for a place where you can learn and grow and also talk about some things that you're doing and evolving to, this is the place where you want to be, right? I know I've been in a lot of different trading groups when I was learning trading. We've had a lot of people from other trading groups come to our group, and the most consistent thing that we're hearing is that people feel like they're actually cared for. Their voice matters. Their questions are being answered, and the things that they're working on are being highlighted, right? We know this trading thing is a means to an end. We're going to continue to trade, but the reason that we're doing it is that so that we can be our authentic and creative selves and not be caught up in giving our time to laborious activities just for the sake of a dollar. All right, we want to be efficient with making our money so that we can live and be us. That's all I got, man. Like I said, it's all love over here. Marcel, investor and entrepreneur, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.